Are there quite a lot of you who are mentors?
If you join the Metropolitan Police, even from the beginning, from the application process, we provide you with a budding scheme. We kind of help you with not help you with the application, kind of we guide you through what you need to do. Obviously, not everyone's language is English, so we do have people that speak other languages where English written work is not as confident. They're not as confident as if they were brought up here. So we look for people who speak a second language, which always helps. So yeah, no, definitely we kind of guide you as much as we can. We can't help you through the whole process, but we can guide you as much as we can. Yeah.
So when you first join the Met, obviously you do have a buddy. However, with your class, you have a sergeant who's there within the learning and development program. So that person is also a point of contact. And within your borough that you're working in, you can actually speak to an officer from CID, or you can speak to an officer from TSG, a department that may use certain policing powers that you're not using yet or want to learn about. You can do attachments. Attachments mean, for me, I go to a response team and be there for a certain amount of time to develop my skills in certain places. There's professional development reviews, which is a PDR. It's consistent. We get that going every single year. It's about your aspirations, where you want to be, what skills you want to learn. It's a lot about career development within the Met.
And does this kind of go over, I guess, different areas? So could someone maybe work as a police officer in an airport, for example, someone else in...
Yeah. I've got friends in airports, I've got friends that work within prisons, as intelligence officers. I've got friends that do covert, so you never see them or they never post online. I've got friends everywhere in terms of the fact that there's so many different roles that aren't advertised, aren't glorified, aren't getting the time of day. It's just the uniform. As soon as people see the uniform, they're like, police officer. But other than that, there's people that deal with our social media.
Everyone has their own individual kind of aspirations of why you wanted to become a police officer. Some people who are generational police officers, so their granddad's a police officer, their dad was a police officer, or their mum's. So it kind of automatically falls into they wanted to be a police officer.
I mean, I didn't want to believe. I never in life thought I was going to be a police officer. I never thought I'd be here wearing uniform. It was a funny conversation with family when I told them. I mean, none of us ever looked at me being a police officer. In school, I wasn't the greatest kid. I'm a kinetic learner. I was walking around and talking to people, but somehow I learnt legislation just enough to pass the exams, and I'm here. And the nicest thing about it is I can now pass that on to someone else and explain to them, you don't need to be a typical A-star student. You can be a police officer through IFLDIP and other pathways which show that it's more of a vocation rather than an academic course.
Yeah. Are all of these pathways, are these all available on the website?
Yep, so it's all on the website, on the Met Police website /careers. It goes through all the kind of processes that you need, qualifications, pretty much everything.
My name is Naz. I'm one of the police community support officer. I've been in the job for 21 years. I love my job. And when I've joined for Westminster Borough. I'm now based at Ilford Police Station for Ilford Town Safe and Able team.
What would you say to someone who might be considering a job working for the Met?
I'll say to people, this is a brilliant job. Honestly, this is a brilliant job. It's a secure job. It's a government job with a high good earning salary. It's also a job where you can do flexible shift pattern. You can do compressed hours. You can do part-time. And the job is there to look after you and look after your needs and look after your requirements. This job, you benefit a lot out of it. For example, last couple of years ago, we had COVID. I was not in loss because I was still in the job. I was still getting paid. My financial managed well, and also my children, they were not out of loss of education because we were the key workers. So we benefit quite a lot from this job. And I'll say to people, if you're young and you want challenging, you want rewarding, you want to make a difference in the community, join this job. This is the job for you. Honestly, I do 10 hours job, 10 hours a day. My shift is 10 hours a day, but I never get the time to look at my watch. I have got watch on, but I just don't get time to look at my watch because I'm so busy. And it's so exciting. In this job, you're actually learning something every day. You're gaining experience, knowledge, and also sharing this within your team. You're learning something new and also educating yourself. And this is a job for you where you can see a bright future. So if I wanted to go for a police officer job, I could. From there, I could take further promotions. But I decided to stay in this job because I love communicating with engagement and also bring up my all my knowledge and skills, share that with the community. It's exciting, honestly.
Yeah, exciting is one word for it. Terrifying might be another.
I'm not To be honest, I'm not scared. I'm not afraid. I'm a brave officer and I'm a very hard-working officer, and I've got backup. My backup is my Metropolitan Police, all my colleagues. One button, my colleagues will come run to me, and I know I'm safe. And before that, you have to think about your safety and other safety as well. So we've been trained for all that. So it's not something like I see a group of 6 boys and I'm going to jump onto them. No, I'll ask for backup, CCTV monitored, get everything ready, then I'll go.